Okay, so another week comes to an end. This is midterm weekend, so I'll post the exam tomorrow. But before that, let me just briefly cover what we went over this past week. So we had taken a deep dive into functions, mainly the types of parameters that function use. So we talked about the value parameter. The value parameter, remember, is a copy of a value that's sent into another variable that's waiting in the function we're calling. That's a value parameter. And then we talked about the concept of a reference, which is a clone to a variable. And when we use a function reference variable, we are actually sending the memory location of the variable we're passing into or calling into the function, which means this variable can be modified unless you have const. So please remember that. On the Tuesday-Thursday class, we were introduced to strings, and it was just a light introduction to strings. And we'll talk more about that later, but for now I'm pretty sure you all want to know what's going to be on the exam, and make sure you know how to create an if statement. Make sure you know how to create an if-else statement, and make sure you know how to create an if-else-if statement. You will mainly be working with functions that return a value. That is, you need to specify the return value for the function. So you get data by function arguments, you process that data in the function code, you return some value. You will use that value in your test case to test your function for correctness. Also, make sure you understand while looping, for looping, do while looping, and for range looping. The questions dealing with these loops mostly give you an option which loop to use. So how do you know which is the best loop to use? If you're using strings, the easiest loop to work with is a for range. Only if you are reading the string. However, if you are trying to create a string, maybe the best functions for that task is a while or a for loop, as long as those loops do not depend on the length of the string. And if you have questions about this, I can answer questions asking for clarification on the discussion board. Okay? All the 3 problems you have to code require a test case, so please write the test case. All 3 of them also require a main program. Read the instructions carefully to handle this task also. For now, that's it. Again, please do not send me emails asking for guidance. Post your questions on the discussion board. This will help me help more students, okay? So good luck.